Excuse the bad pun, but Nissan decided to put a little kick into the LA Auto Show this year to make sure everyone was paying attention when it introduced its new vehicle. Yes, it's called the Kicks. Now, like the Nissan Qashqai, the Kicks is new only to North America, as it was launched as a concept back in 2014 in Brazil. Now, this may come as good or bad news, but the Kicks replaces the Nissan Juke, which is described as edgy, quirky, and downright revolting. And you know, it could be said that the Juke really began that small sport cute segment back in 2010. I like the Juke. So what went wrong? Why is the Juke gone and we've got the new kid on the block with the Kicks? Maybe it's simply a matter of out with the old and in with the new. Let's find out.
The Juke, as you mentioned, did come out back then, and it is concluded as of 2017, but we don't really see the Kicks as a replacement for the Juke. In terms of price positioning, concept, and whatnot, it is a different vehicle. It's coming in at a significantly lower price. It doesn't have the really cool turbo engine that the Juke had. So we see it more as an incremental add. As I mentioned to you earlier, this is the most affordable crossover in the entire Canadian marketplace, starting at $17,998. So we saw that white space there, and that's what the Kicks is. It's a 1.6 liter four-cylinder engine. It's got 125 horsepower, 115 pound-feet of torque, made it to the Xtronic transmission. You know, some might say that's not a lot of power, but when you combine that with a really low curb weight, very small footprint, it's a really fun car to drive.
You know, as we all know, Nissan for many years has gone all in when it comes to CVT transmissions. You know, I'm not a big fan, especially in small cars like this one. Now, the Juke also had a CVT transmission, but it also had a turbo, 188 horsepower compared to 125 horsepower in this one, and you could also get a manual.
We tried to match with what we think customers want and to bring it at a price point that's more affordable for Canadians. And so I think we made the right compromises, you know, to give people something that's fun to drive. It's got a strong power to weight ratio, so it's still peppy, but again, it's more affordable.
Now, this Kicks obviously is directed towards the younger generation, so therefore it's loaded with great technology for active safety, but also for those addicted to connectivity. You've got Bluetooth, you've got Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. But for me, I'm not talking to anyone when I'm driving, except maybe my passenger. What I'm going to be listening to is the Bose 8-speaker sound system. It's really nice. Make more money on big vehicles, but you got to be in this segment, don't you?
Absolutely. I mean, it's very important from a Canadian market perspective, right? To keep the payments down and make it affordable to more people.
You know I whined about the lack of a manual and a turbo and so on, but you know, the bottom line with this Kicks, I don't think a potential customer cares about that. In fact, I might even suggest that some customers don't even want a car, but they need one. And so therefore, it needs lots of technology and yes, an edgy design. And I think that best describes the Kicks. And Nissan would like you to know they're looking forward to seeing some new faces in the showroom.